So thank you everybody to show up here this evening. We are so delighted to have the whole world here and other dimensions, of course, set from the Cook Islands. I'm very delighted to see you. Carla from Brazil, or you want to introduce a little bit yourself? I think this would be more nice than I.
Yes. You want to start?
Yeah, sure. Kia ora everybody. My name is Zeb. I'm a New Zealand born. I'm born in New Zealand to a mixed family. So one is European and the other is New Zealand Māori. And my father's side are both Cook Island Māori, and I've been living in Rarotonga for about 7 years, since 2015. So I kind of ended one life and started a new one in a remote island in the Pacific. But I'm very connected here to all sorts.
Well, you're also royal descendancy, one might say, okay?
Yes. And kind of one of the more spiritual characters here.
And outrageous.
Yeah.
Bianca, if you don't, Bianca, wenn du irgendwas nicht verstehst, meldest dich bitte, ja? Und Claudia übersetzt.
Ja, also er ist da geboren oder nicht? Das habe ich nicht
No,
ganz verstanden.
er wurde, I just translate. Er wurde in Neuseeland geboren und sein Vater war aber Maori aus den Cook Islands, aus Rarotonga. Und durch seine ganze Geschichte hat er eben auch königliches Blut. Da gibt es noch die alten traditionellen Formen, ne? Und dieser König heißt Ariki. Ja, und das ist eine imposante Figur im ganzen tribalen System. Und er lebt dort mit seiner Großmutter. I'm just saying that you live there with your grandmother at the moment. Und er sagt, er gehört mit zu den außergewöhnlichen spirituellen Menschen auf der Insel, aber er ist sowieso völlig over the top. Aber das ist gut, das ist Sepp.
Ja, okay.
Yes, indeed. Cool.
I said, okay. Yeah, would you like to
introduce yourself?
Yes, of course. So I am Liah'ah. I live in the south of Brazil, and I enjoy doing a lot of things. I am a painter, and I've been exploring multidimensionality over the last years. So with magical travels and in real life, because nothing that we do in a breathing session stays there like on this 30 minutes or 1 hour. So everything it comes to our lives. We know that it always comes. So that is one thing that is unfolding, and it's very recently that I created a website called The Mio Life. It was in June that I released it last year. So I didn't know what I was doing when I opened that, but I knew I needed to do something because it was screaming like, I need to do this. So I started with the website, and then one thing that is appearing like the very special thing is this multidimensional experiences. Like, it's something that is not much explored in the world. You know, people don't understand it so much, and I felt more this calling to do this kind of experiences.
Right. We are so grateful to have you here this evening.
Carla, would you like to take over?
I'm a little nervous because I can understand English very well, but I don't speak too much
English.
Yes. I
can help.
Doesn't matter, just your presence. It's so nice.
Yes.
Thank you.
If you want to say something in Portuguese.
I discovered the Crimson Circle in 2007, and before that, I was experienced my awakening from ayahuasca.
Oh, wow.
Do you know?
Wow,
Ayahuasca?
yeah. Yes.
I had many sessions, and the things was so magical, and I discovered myself. I did a lot of liberation, cleaning, and it was so profound, feeling another lifetimes and my aspects showing there. And before, I think it was some kind of entity, but recently in spectrology, I discovered it's my aspect. Then
Can I just
I
cut you
saw
short?
me.
Just a moment. I translate. Bianca, hast du alles verstanden oder nicht?
Also bis jetzt habe ich es ganz gut verstanden, ja. Mhm.
Okay, super. Okay, carry on.
Then I saw me like an angel in those ayahuasca sessions, flying, and then I was on website Google looking for angels on earth, and then pop up this crystal circle, and I read something from Tobias, and I was in the church before that, and I was scared from hell and everything. But I read that it's so different, but it remembers myself, my soul. From the mind was, no, it can't be possible. But from my soul, my
being, huh?
wow, I found what I'm looking for, and then I'm here.
Wow, amazing.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
What about you, Bianca? A short introduction, kleine Beschreibung von dir.
Ich versuche das mal in Englisch, sonst musst du übernehmen. I'm Bianca. I'm nearly 17 years at Crimson Circle. Before that, I had been at Cryon. Yes, difficult to explain. Also ich sage jetzt nochmal in Deutsch, sonst wird das so schwierig.
Ja.
Also Cryon war für mich okay, aber ich habe dann gemerkt, das ist es noch immer nicht. Davor war ich auch schon mal bei indischen Gurus, aber das war es
Hang on,
sowieso
I
nicht.
was with Cryon for quite some time, but I found out that this wasn't it, what I was looking for. And I also have had contact with Indian gurus.
Und ich habe einfach, ja, ich kann einfach nur sagen, das ist mein Weg, und es ist auch viel auch meine Heilung gewesen. Alles, was gekommen ist, angefangen bei Tobias bis jetzt zu Adamus.
And being with the CC, Crimson Circle, for me, it's been a great healing journey, especially also with Tobias and now Adamus. And it's just right for me.
Ja. Ja, ich arbeite mit schwangeren Frauen, ich gebe Schwangerschaftsmassagen.
I'm working with pregnant women and giving massages.
Habe 3 erwachsene Kinder.
3 grown-up kids.
Und die wollen davon überhaupt nichts wissen.
And they don't want to know anything about what I'm doing or what I'm living.
Die Erfahrung machen wahrscheinlich viele Mütter beim Crimson Circle.
And there's probably a lot of mothers who experience that in the Crimson Circle.
Und ja, ich finde, es wird immer intensiver, es wird immer spannender, der Weg nach innen, und
the intensity is growing, and once one starts looking more inside and connecting with inside.
Ja, ich habe viele Seminare auch schon gemacht. Ich bin bei Kihak dabei und es ist einfach, ja, also ich bin einfach voll mit meiner Leidenschaft dabei.
Okay, and I'm wholeheartedly with everything that's showing up. I'm with Keyhawk, which is a program, as you know, in Crimson Circle, and I'm enjoying everything that I can lay my hands on. Okay. Valerie, thank you so much. Valerie.
Hi, everybody. Well, as we were talking about Crimson Circle, for me, it was 4 years ago, when in a difficult time, when my best friend got sick and was dying, but we were together for a last year. And in that year, at the beginning, all of a sudden I heard in something I was listening to the word Tobias, and the lady went on. It wasn't about it; she just mentioned it, and it struck me so hard. It was like, oh, stop! Who's that? And I looked it up. I don't know how I found Crimson Circle just by putting in the name Tobias, and then it started. I felt like I felt lost, and then I had this angel, this encounter, holding my hand and getting me through the whole thing, the whole year, and even after, when then she died. And I kept on. I heard I listened to every single shout of Tobias at the time, all his materials, working up to Adamus. And I mean, I think the same as for you all. Obviously, it's very nurturing, and then one thing leads to another. It's always like I felt in my life that the right hand or angel or a master or whoever was there at the right time to lead me, and that's what I'm allowing this being led by, and now realizing that it's time that we that each one of us stands as a sovereign being on its own, thanks to everything that they showed us, made us realize. And
Yes.
this is the important time too.
Thank you.
Okay. So by the way, I'm from Belgium, but I'm living in Italy, and I'm playing with yoga and teaching people breathing and yoga positions.
I find this totally amazing, listening to you all, receiving you, and seeing that really my multidimensionality is all around us. It's all within us. There is no separation whatsoever. It just has to make click somewhere and say, oh yeah, let's go and have a deep dive into that.
So, okay. Leah, do you want to start with your magic?
Yes, and then we have a chat, maybe later after the session. Okay. So when Claudia and Verena first offered
Shall
me
we
to
unmute ourselves first?
Yes, it can be
Okay.
a good idea. So when they offered me to participate in the show and to guide a breathing for a group, I was like, how will I do this? Because I do it with one person, and like I send an email and ask like, what do you want to do the day, and create something. And then it was just in the moment, like, how will I do this? And then I realized that it's like we create kind of an entity or something that is the gathering of us. And then it's like I'm guiding this and I'm collecting all the consciousness and from everyone that will listen after this recording. So it's very nice to see the people here and to feel the others that will be listening later. And this dive will be different for each one, but it will be very fun, I'm sure. I'm feeling. So you can start by taking a good deep breath. Breathe to your belly and allow yourself to relax in this now moment. As you breathe, feel your human body and release any tension, any resistance. This is a safe space and you can open up to whatever will come to you. It is all your energy, expressing in many different ways to serve you. So breathe as we start this journey in the point of nothingness, where there is anything and then everything can be created. And as we go, we are in the sea and there is this boat with the sail and the wind in the sail and it is moving. And there is the sunset and you can see the sunset. And it can be any color you want. It doesn't need to be orange and pink. It can be a purple sunset with an orange sea. And you can dive into this sea and fall, fall, fall. It's totally safe to fall, even if you don't know where you are falling. The sea is embracing you, and there is so much love, and it nurtures you. And as you go, the sea can become your clothes, and you can start dancing on the sand. And the wind is making your clothes dance too. And there is such a freedom. And there is no one else but you. And you are not even your human identity. You are just a free being dancing in many colors, and the song. Take a good deep breath listening to the song. Is your soul rejoicing that you got here? That you finally opened up to all that life can be? Your soul is rejoicing to be with you in this sacred space. So keep breathing and dance with your soul. Mm. Maybe this song is changing. It's a different rhythm, and you allow yourself to dissolve again and to fall deeper. And as the sand is falling, we are on the top of an ice mountain. And it is very fresh. And again, it's huge. And there is no one. And your eyes cannot find the end of all the ice and the white. And you're naked, but you don't feel cold. You feel the snow and you feel protected. You can touch the snow with your feet and it is fresh, but it's not freezing. It's okay to walk, or you can even fly over this desert of snow. You can soar to the sky, and the sky is clear, and you are soaring, free from everything, from all the stories. You are simply soaring now. Keep breathing and see how the landscape changes. And even as you're flying, is the landscape that is moving through you. And it can be anything that you are feeling. And if you are a bird or a butterfly or a dragon, just allow this expression of you to fly into the human expression of you again. with ease, joyfully integrating the journey, breathing with ease and grace, receiving the richness of the travel, receiving the joy and the wisdom, and allowing it to expand even more inside of you. You can be aware of your human body, of your feet, of your legs, of your back and arms, of your neck and of your head. Gently breathing and grounding on earth. You can open your eyes when you feel like. Thank you. Anybody wants to share something?
In the moment, it's beyond your words. So I am speechless.
So peaceful, so light, so tender, so gentle. Your voice, the energy, wonderful, wonderful.
Also bei mir war es so, dass ich irgendwie ganz schnell irgendwo anders war.
For
Ich
me,
habe
it was
eine Frau
interesting to see.
getroffen,
It
die
was
so,
interesting to see that very rapidly I was somewhere else.
ja, okay. Und ich weiß nicht mehr genau, wo das war, aber ich habe eine Frau getroffen, die
And I
sah
didn't
so
know.
asiatisch aus.
I didn't know where that was, but I met a woman and she had an Asian appearance.
Ja, und sie hat mit mir irgendwie etwas Wichtiges besprochen, aber jetzt wo Augen auf, weg. Weg.
Okay, and she was communicating about something very important with me, but as soon as I opened the eyes, everything was gone.
Aber es hat sich gut angefühlt.
But it felt very nice, very pleasurable.
Mhm.
For me, it was interesting to observe when, I don't know, years ago, even from adolescent times onwards, I've had many dreams where I was flying through the night sky. Obviously, I was in my bed and it appeared in my dream state, but I was completely awake and I was flying. And at times I had to move my wings, my arms, to accelerate the pace again or just keep on flying. And other times it was like as if I was a bird sitting there and observing and then spreading the wings again and flying. So that was an image that came up too, or a recording in that sense. And it made me aware that this, let's call it shape-shifting and going through timelines, what we call timelines. I've always done, but it made me feel so weird at the time. Yeah. So I thought I better not tell anybody because nobody's going to believe me. They're going to put me away. Right. And so that was some part. And standing, recently I was in Egypt in the White Desert. And as you were guiding us through the ocean, it was that same kind of experience. Basically, the desert is the ocean bed. And I could feel the water around me and breathing in the water, and it felt totally natural, right? And then the sand got colder and colder, but it wasn't unpleasant. And then all of a sudden, it were these glaciers of ice. And it was, in the end, I just became like swirling energies. There was no consistency, no solidity with that anymore. So it was an amazing journey. Thank you.
Thank you.
Debbie.
I agree. I just felt safer and safer throughout the experience, like when you address the body, and then you know, by the end of it, basically nothing, and that awareness of the two, of being the two, it's just, I have no idea what to say. Thank you, but like far out, it was a phenomenal experience. I can't say I saw much apart from what I would call like eye shapes and little doorways in them, and like beams of light. I think I went home to a star planet, but in the end, the last feeling of being me isn't anything I can, you know, I wasn't seeing anything, but being present with the energy of that, and having an awareness of my physical body when you brought us back, like one I have never had the honor of trying to connect with. Thank you.
Oh,
thank you.
But I loved the visuals, the visualizations, and the way it ran so smooth, and it just got deeper, and to hold myself naked and dance is such a like so kind. Thank you.
Valerie, would you like to share?
I felt really like you told before, the flying of the birds. There was the moment that I really could let go, really not feeling the body anymore. And it was especially very silent experience to me. Like very soft silence, not much of a, it was more a moving, gliding, and yeah, not so many words to give to it, but really, really wonderful.
Thank you.
For me, it was interesting. Just before you say, now you make the experience of a bird or a dragon, I just became a wolf. And it was not only to visualize this wolf, but it was really this sensual feeling to running over these big plates of ice, and to feel this strength in the body, and to move with this body. And it was, oh wow, I adore so much wolves. But to feel really this sensual in my body, to become this wolf, was, I think it was the first time that I have experienced this. So thank you very much.
Thank you.
Wow, yeah.
Really, what is the most amazing thing is like opening up to this sensuality, right, within everything that occurs. And when we're in the hustle and bustle of every day and the having to-dos, we're not aware of it. And to really take this time out and see what a fabulous, I will call it vehicle or apparatus this body is, that gives us the possibility to dive into this sensuality and then just expand out as this energy, as being this energy, continuously in motion.
Also ich habe gemerkt, als Adamus gesagt hat, das erste Mal, dass wir diese 200.000 Engelsinne haben und dass wir da auch immer mehr anfangen hineinzugehen, das war für mich so ein, ja, Sinne, Sinnlichkeit, ja.
When Adamus has told us, you know, that we have got 200,000 angelic senses, that was really quite a revelation for me, because I've realized, yes, at last, yes, sensuality.
Yes, it's all these ways of perceiving reality, and it's so fun that we can explore and we can choose like to tune into that sense, and they can intermingle. Like you don't even need to perceive one sense, you can perceive it all, like I don't know, 100 senses at the same time. And you can combine them as you want, and oh, then life is so much fun.
For sure.
Today I've become aware, this night we have a very rare phenomenon over Germany and Switzerland. It's called the halo of the moon. And I go outside and see this moon, and you can imagine a circle around the moon. And I was like, wow, to communicate with this space that open in this moment, in these star nights. And this morning I read all the science definition that they have about this phenomenon. And I think, yeah, this is interesting, but how many dimensions are lying inside of this, and how the human tries always to take a definition, something inside, you want to make it solid, yeah, what it is. This is quite interesting, but there are so many layers. And then I became aware that in everything around us, yeah, even in the chair I'm sitting here, we say it's a chair, but it's so much more than a chair. It's so much multidimensional. And when you go inside of this communicating with the energies, you become aware of all the energies around the chair, yeah, the wood that it was before, or something, the people that sat down, and there's is so much multidimensionality is really around us, but we are so, sometimes we are so, oh yes, our human perspective is so small. And yeah, like you said, open the awareness, open the senses, and then life become really fun.
Ich bin auch total gespannt. Also es geht ja jetzt in diese Metaphysik und also wir kennen die normale Physik, wir kennen schon ein bisschen Quantenphysik, aber jetzt wird es halt die Metaphysik. Und das, also für mich ist es so, dass ich es darüber auch immer mehr verstehe, wie alles kommuniziert. Also diese Song of the Soul and all.
Kleinen Moment. Okay, sorry, I have to put the brakes on. Okay, and it's very interesting to see how this the theme of the metaphysics are showing up now. We are knowing the physics, the quantum physics, and there's a whole new spectrum opening up now. And especially in Crimson Circle, this is one of the themes that we're looking at this present moment in time. And there's a lot of new impulses, let's say, revealing how energy is communication and how everything communicates through the energy it is. And without making that solid, okay? Because it's fluid.
Ja, also ich kann es immer mehr verstehen, in die Wahrnehmung gehen. Also es öffnet sich immer mehr.
Yeah. And there's a huge space that's opening up within me, and for me it's far more graspable, palpable, touchable, and understandable, and to see the correlation between everything.
Mhm.
And at the core is consciousness.
Ja.
Consciousness, that's
Mhm.
it.
Yeah, and it's exactly this. It's not only that you communicate with the energy, it's when you are aware of your consciousness, of this point of the I am, and start to communicating with yourself, with the soul, whatever, then you create this energy, and it's exactly then the energy comes out of this communication. This is what is so fascinating for me. It's not only that, oh, there is energies outside of me. No, it's really this communication inside of me that appears the energies.
Mhm.
It's the first time when we can acknowledge or be aware of the energies in the I am. It's not possible because everything is like a little bit like a still stand. There is no energy inside. But through this communication with the soul, then the energy will be created, something like this. Perhaps words are too less.
Well, maybe it just starts flowing. It's already there, but it just directs itself into different, let's say, potentials which show up then.
Durch unser Bewusstsein kommt es aus dem neutralen Zustand raus.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
I would like to share something.
Yes, I could feel it. Carla just.
Um, I create an island even before Queen's Circle.
An
It's
island.
like island, yes. Is a tent before, and then it was expanding and expanding and become an island in another realm or dimension, but it's so beautiful with the ocean, like this Caribbean Ocean, but is in Hawaii. I discovered, and then there's a lake and a house with 4 bedrooms, and the bedrooms are like autumn, spring, summer, and winter. And from the window you can see snow or flowers or everything. And there's the forest and a high mountain with snow, a chalet is cabin,
Cabin.
Cottage.
Cottage, yeah.
Cottage. Okay, thank you. And a pyramid. Yes. And the thing was, I spent a lot of time there, and the thing is always growing and surprising, coming. Like I have Liah, como fala caverna?
A cavern, yeah. A cave.
Yeah.
Cavern.
A cave.
Yeah. Cave with Lemurian crystals, and
Wow.
and my dragon born there.
Wow.
Even before Adamus show us the dragon, and I have a friend of mine. He is not Shambra, but he is my friend from another lifetimes, and he is enlightened in his own way, and he participates. He's always there, and we create our dragon like on this stage of dream walk, because I put my dream walk, I put some music on Spotify, and I just lay in my bed, close my eyes, and go. No go. The things come to me to see, to feel, and it was so special because I have a lot of animals there. And the first time he show up there, this friend, he didn't go in a breath. He was swimming in the sea and was attacked by my sharks there, because I put sharks to protect the island, and at the time to don't go visitors that I don't want to go, you understand?
Yes.
And so I was attacked by your shark. Oh, wow. He saw my sharks. I didn't talk to him about the sharks or the animals. And then I was there flying in the Pegasus, unicorns, all kind of animals I have there. And this was growing like a... Lia, como fala poço?
Wow,
Poço, in inglês. I have a lot of misters in the forest, like fairies and another
elementals, fairies, gnomes,
and
elves.
yes, it's always a surprise be there, because sometimes the things come up from the earth, like the crystals, treasures, and mountains appears, and it's always growing and have the space to be more more things appear there, and I'm glad that I'm sharing, because it's
yes,
such
thank
a
you. It's super beautiful.
fantastic space. I didn't know about that. I was so surprised you have this group, and wow, I was reading and fantastic. Wow, where is this people? I didn't know before. I'm so glad to know you.
Thank you.
Thank
We're
you
so happy
much.
to receive you.
Yes.
Thank you, Claudia. Thank you.
Oh, it's super
So
beautiful.
I put my dream walk. I put this playlist in the songs, and I did it just with one person, this friend, another friend, and I don't know if you remember, I put it like a luau on Hawaii 2 years ago.
Yes.
I put like a link to the Spotify playlist, and I send photos from another island in the Hawaii to meet each other and connect each other at the same time, playing the music and go there, and it was such amazing.
That's amazing.
A
Wow.
lot of ascended masters came, and some of chambers, I don't know, I think a few people understand what I'm doing, because they are thinking we're meeting physical. And but the Brazilian Crystal Circle, the people go there and share. The most fantastic thing to me is we feel very similar things. Another person talked to me, oh, we are drinking champagne, singing and dancing by the fire, and somebody was flying. That was me flying over the sea. So what incredible! You share the same experience, like telepathy. I don't know.
It's a frequency.
Yes, and could see and feel like you, the same almost. So,
you know what? It was so amazing when you were talking about the music. I was hearing this soft, gentle Hawaiian music. I could hear it. And I was thinking, no, it's from the Cook Islands, my brain. It wasn't, it was Hawaiian. And I know there's a big difference in between Hawaiian and Cook Island traditional music. And this was like a soft lullaby. That's all how I felt it. So thank you for saying that.
oh, thank you. Thank you.
So welcome.
We can do that sometime.
Yes.
I can create a playlist, and we arrange the time and put together, and just.
That would be awesome. That would be awesome.
Yeah.
This group, when the human meets the soul, is very welcome that all of you share your creation. Yeah, in some groups, marketing like this, it's not so much welcome. But it's not marketing. It's really to share your passion, to share your experiences there, and we invite you really share your things, your creation. Invite the people. This is really a communication group that we have opened the space for. So also you, Liah, if you want to share I have seen this love dream walk that you have made. If you want to share it also in this group, you are very, very welcome. Yes.
Thank you.
And Carla, we'll be talking with you, okay? Which I think we have been doing this already to invite you in as well. So some new creation will come from that.
Yeah.
And Zebi, you're in as well, right?
Yeah.
So perhaps you can also create a session from the Cook Island and take us with us into this magic world of the Cook Island. This would be also fantastic.
Listen,
Ja,
maybe,
gerne.
Maybe you could ask the Tapunas to join us as well.
Yeah.
The Tapunas are the ancestors, right? And they're very well guarded.
Goosebumps.
It's just showing up, and if there's a possibility to go close to a marae.
Oh my God.
She's flipping. I don't know what the possibilities with the reception is like, but close to a marae, or your house is not good enough. But we'll talk.
I can find something else. Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah. Would you do that?
Yeah, that would be fun. But
oh,
you can bring mindfulness to the to Carla's sleep experience. We can do that there as well.
Magic.
Because they're all interlocked. Like if the Hawaiian ancestors are ancestors, they'll all meet wherever. It's fine.
Cool. So
How do you
Leah,
call-
yeah.
How do you call?
Oh,
Sorry.
sorry.
No,
No, go, Claudia, go.
How do you call the god of the sea again? I've forgotten. There's Moana,
I can't remember.
the god of the ocean.
It's got a double name, like
It'll come to me.
Es gibt den Disney-Film Moana.
Yeah, Moana is the earth,
A little bit.
really.
You
Mm.
have like Tangaroa is
Tangaroa. Yeah.
but, yeah, that's more land-based. I think there's a separate deity for the water, but
Yeah.
as we know, it's not. They're just words. They're not. My favorite, which I rekindled, is owl. It is A and O together, and it's the nothingness of what everything is, which is me and you, and it is what they call God.
Oh, wow.
It's amazing because in the Cook
That's
Island,
what our ancestors would have used. Owl,
yeah.
one sound. A and O is one sound.
It's like in the Cook Island language, Atu is God. And there you have the A and the U, and the T in the middle is like the human, right? Which is going into whatever, into this encounter, or hoping that he will. Right? So there you got your owl. Wow, amazing. Sorry, Verena.
No,
Your turn.
no. So Leah, you want to close this session with something from you?
Like, yeah, sharing some.
It's up to you, whatever you want to say to us, to share with us.
It's just that, like, if this topic came, we can all like open more to this multidimensionality and to the end, really, because there is always like situations and there is always like this other potentials in the same situation. This is very related to multidimensionality. So it's something that I remember to talk about because it's very in the human life, really. And when we start like feeling with the heart instead of thinking, we can like see better what is really happening, and we can create from the truth.
Thank you.
This has been an absolutely undescribable and most beautiful session. Thank you so much to all of you for all your presence, your contributions, your enormous gifts.
Yes, this is very special. Thank you for inviting me to participate, and thank you for all that came in and that shared. It is very nurturing, and it's just so good to connect and communicate this way.
Thank you, yes. Valerie, you want to say something? I have seen that you have unmuted you.
Yes, I just took off because there might be some noise in the house, so I didn't want to disturb. No, really, I'm really in the energy completely. I feel like, you know, when you melt together with something, like in a fire, and you diffusion, and you just become. And I feel like this tonight, I've become speechless. I'm just enjoying what I feel and hear.
Thank you.
What a ripple going out tonight. Oh, wow.
for me, it's so amazing that we can see it also in the nature, like this night, this halo, yes. And this morning was an incredible morning star. I have never seen, I have thought, oh my God, there is a fire on the top of the mountains. But it was really the star that was like shining so bright, bright, bright. I have never seen before. I look often to this star and it's a star, it's bright. And this morning was so incredible. And I have thought immediately, oh, these are the energies of the night that just start to show up and start to, yeah, to shine, to bright. And yes, this is the space of our, yes, of our soul and everything. So thank you very much for joining us. And yeah, Claudia, you say the last words. It's up to you.
Thank you, darling. Thank you. All I'm just sensing now is keep this magic, keep this beyond, and keep it also in your land, in the country where you are. It is so much needed right now. And thank you.
Thank you.
I had goosebumps as you said that. I feel like I felt it on my skin, what you said.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Have an amazing, enchanting evening.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Have a good night.
Good night.
Bye-bye.
Ciao, Seb.
Ciao, Sebi.